Is sharing PHI with an employer regarding a reportable workers' comp claim considered a breach?
No, and this is an interesting question because we run into this with our employer groups and with our insurance agents when talking about this. And I actually had a conversation with my legal counsel about this. Is really when it comes to a workers' comp claim, you want to be cognizant of the minimum necessary provision, which is in the omnibus ruling, and it was part of, it's been part of HIPAA for actually a lot longer than the omnibus ruling. But it's really important that you only release the information that's necessary towards for the employer. Does the employer really need to know every bit of what's happening with that employee, or is it just an instance where an employer needs to know, is this person fit to return to work? If that's all you need to release, then yes, releasing PHI would be considered a breach. You may just need to say, yes, Bob is able to return to work, and that's the end of it. Do you really need to release information about, well, Bob's in rehab, he threw his back out, he may have to have surgery, all these things? Those aren't things that really an employer needs to know about. Really, they need to know, is this, now what the insurer needs to know is different than what the employer needs to know. The insurer will need to know details in order to file those claims. Now, again, that's that tricky, and I would hedge on the side of releasing less information than more information. So that's sort of the long and short of that answer.
That's going to be it for questions today. I'd just like to thank everyone who joined us this afternoon. We really appreciate it. And the series also wouldn't have been possible without Jason Karn from Total HIPAA Compliance and Dan Brown of Taylor English Duma, so big thank you to them as well. Thanks again for attending today, and have a great afternoon.